Okay, today is Friday, January 17th, and today I learned something that I realized I've been learning a lot recently. Recently as in like a few months. I just feel like I heard something and I realized like, whoa, I've been hearing that a lot recently. So yeah, basically what I learned today is that you need other people. You can't expect to be able to do everything alone. You can't expect to be able to do everything by yourself. Because this is a tendency that I have. I feel like I have a very self-sufficient mindset. I always want to be creating things by myself, doing things by myself. But just recently, as in like past few months, I've been realizing that I can't do it all by myself. You need other people. You need other people to guide you and help you and encourage you and also go along the same journey with you. So there's a few different types of people that you need when you are trying to do something. And don't get me wrong, it is good to do things alone. It's good to kind of just like lock in kind of thing and like just do things alone. But I think it's more important to have other people. And there's like a few different kinds of other people that you need. First of all, I would say that you need people who are better than you, who can pass down the knowledge. So you need like mentors kind of thing, like advisors, where you know they're trustworthy because you know that they have their own credibility, and you know that because of that you can get information from them, you can absorb and learn a lot from them, so that you can get better at this thing you're trying to do. I have access to people who are just better than me. They aren't necessarily older than me, but they are just better than me, and I know that I can ask them for help and I can absorb a lot and learn a lot. And just having maybe not even people who are on the same journey as you, but they're on a completely separate journey that is adjacent, right? And you can still learn from them. And this also doesn't need to be like physical people that you personally know. It can obviously be like from books you read or from people you watch on the internet, right? But I think having a personal connection, like being able to ask this person that you actually know personally a question or questions and just absorb a lot of information, I think that's just a lot more beneficial. But obviously, you know, you can still learn. You can learn from everyone, honestly. So that's the first kind of person that's very beneficial when you're trying to get better at something, learn how to do something, that kind of thing. And a mentor kind of thing, someone that you can absorb and learn from, you know, at level 20 when you're at level 1. Right? And then the second kind of person that I think would be really beneficial, and this is kind of the kind of person that has been really beneficial for me in my growth with a lot of different things, which is someone who is at the same level as you, right? Someone who is, at the same level. You're doing the same kind of stuff. You're both at level 1 or you're both at level 5 or something like that. And you can learn from each other. You can share with each other your experiences. You can relate to each other and you can encourage each other. You can do all of these things to help each other progress at the same time, right? Also, it's just a lot less lonely, and it's a lot more beneficial than you would think. Especially coming from someone, like I said, I feel like I have a very self-sufficient mindset and I always want to be doing things by myself. But then when I ask people for help, when I have people who I know are like on the same level as me and I like mention this thing and it turns out it's very relatable to both of us and we can learn from each other and just share with each other what we're learning, that's just such a good person to have, a good relationship to have when you're trying to get better at something, when you're trying to do something, right? So honestly, I feel like those are the two kinds of people that you don't necessarily need, but are very, very helpful to have when you're trying to do something, when you're trying to get better at something, when you're trying to learn something, right? So for me, like with my softball, I have people who are on a much higher level than me, who I can absorb from and learn from, and they're teaching me basically. And then I also have people who are at the same level as me and we can kind of learn together and grow together, share each other's learnings. And I just think those two kinds of people are very helpful to have when you're trying to do anything, when you're trying to grow at anything, whether that be a sport, whether that be like even school subjects, right? Whether that be a skill you're trying to learn, right? Yeah. I just thought of something. So there's those two people, and I think they're really important, but I think it can also be helpful to have someone who's at a lower level than you, and someone that you can teach and that you can kind of be a mentor for, because teaching is the best form of learning. That's a core principle for me, kind of thing. That's something that I try to live by, just like teaching everything that I learn, because it's the best form of learning. So I think not only do you get that benefit, you're benefiting yourself by just having a better understanding of what you're doing and what your process is and how you are learning, but you're also benefiting the other person because they're able to learn from you, right? That's something that I learned a while ago, and I think it might have even been a small part of why I started this channel, but the fact that if you are greater than level 0, then you can teach someone who's below you, right? You can always, no matter where you are in your journey, there's always someone below you that you can teach and that you can help. Even though I'm not even 16 yet, and I'm still in high school, and I don't really know much about life, but I'm still just sharing about life. I'm sharing about what I'm learning so that I can kind of be, if someone who's like at a lower level, like maybe younger, not as experienced, then I can help them. But also I feel like my motivation for these videos is that we're all on the same level. We're all like those people who are at the same level, right? And we're all learning from each other, and we can all help each other and encourage each other. So that's kind of what I want this channel to be. So I think that's why like I really enjoy thinking about like the growth of this channel and trying to just help as many people as possible, because we're just all on the same journey together and we're all trying to learn together. And I just think that's a very great thing to have. So to recap, the 3 kinds of people that are very helpful to have when you are trying to get good at something, trying to do whatever, right, is someone who's above you, someone who's at the same level as you, and someone who's below you. So someone above you who you can absorb and learn from, someone who's at the same level of you who can like motivate you, encourage you. You can learn from each other. It's so much better to have someone who's at the same level as you, and you're just working together and you're rooting each other on, right? Rooting for each other. It's just such a great relationship to have. Especially for all of these, especially if you know them personally, right? And then someone who's below you where you can help them, and you can also learn for yourself, right? Teaching is the best form of learning. And then maybe even you can learn from them as well, because you can really learn from anyone. So those are the 3 kinds of people that are really helpful to have when you are trying to grow at anything. And this is kind of just something I've been if your takeaway for today is that you need other people. You need other people to help you with your journey, and you can't just assume and try to do everything by yourself, because I've tried that. I try that. Like, that is my mindset with a lot of things. And recently, like over the past few months, I've just been realizing like I can't do it by myself. I need other people who are above me, at the same level as me, and below me. So, but mainly prioritize the people above you and the people at the same level as you. So yeah, that is what I learned today. Verse of the day. So today's verse of the day is Proverbs 29:20. You see a man who is hasty in his words. There's more hope for a fool than for him. So don't be hasty with your words. That's the short verse of the day. Okay, one last thing before I go. I updated my Patreon, so there's now 2 paid tiers. They do the same thing, it's just different prices. So basically you'll get 3 days a week discussion posts plus diagrams, so something a little bit like this. I don't know if you can see that, but discussions and diagrams based on just things I've been thinking about or based off of videos that I've posted. You also get free access to any and all Notion templates that I'll ever put out, and possibly other digital products. You'll also have access to the same community chat that the free members have access to, the What I Learned Today community chat where you guys can share what you learned today. And then also you'll get a verbal shout out in all of my videos. So if you want to pay either $5 a month or $10 a month to support me, then I would really appreciate it. Absolutely no pressure at all. One thing I want to say is that for the next week, so until next Friday, January 24th or something like that, there will be a discount. So there's going to be a 50% discount for the next week. So if you chose to do the $5 a month, then for your first month it would only be $2.50. So if you want to do that, then I would really appreciate it, but no pressure at all. Thank you so much for watching. this video is specifically recommended for you, so if you find that interesting, then definitely click on it. You can subscribe in that corner for daily What I Learned Today videos. And if you subscribe, I will see you in tomorrow's video